if you haven't done so already, go subscribe to our YouTube page, BFB Mavs, BFB DFW, BFB Cowboys, and make sure you tune into all three of us on the Dallas Cowboys postgame show live every Sunday. And we'll be live this Sunday as the Dallas Cowboys take on MAC-10 in the New England Patriots as we go into Foxborough. Yeah,
you can make some macaroni and cheese, baby.
Oh, macaroni and cheese! I like it. Listen, I don't know where to start here. EA,
we won. That's all you have to say.
We did win. That's most important. Okay, but there's some criticism in the room that apparently somebody needs to get something off their chest. Not the coffee they have, but I'm just saying. Apparently, they have some issues with some of the things that they were. Now, before we go there, I will just say this: I didn't like the way the Cowboys started the game. I thought they came out a little slow and lethargic. What I was saying, like I said on the postgame show, what I said I thought was going to happen in the game against the Panthers, they came out and did this game.
Right.
So they just got off to a weird start, but they ended up closing out strong. So that's all that matters at the end of the day.
And they closed out dominantly.
Right.
But we'll make that point. But let's get to this person who thinks that there's always something negative going on. There's something always. What's funny? Like, I understand criticism, I get it, but when it's not there, I don't get it. Like, why are you trying to make things up, or why are you trying to make things? It was just, I don't know. But go ahead, Billy. Is it? Go ahead.
Well.
What's your problem today?
Well, we actually don't have.
Seems like you do, but go ahead.
No, we don't have any problems. The team, keyword team, that I root for is the Dallas Cowboys, and they're 4-1.
You're not about you're not about. It's not the Dak Prescotts. No, Elliott's,
no, we're not the Dallas Football Prescotts. We're not the Dallas Football Elliott's, the Fighting Elliott's. We're the Dallas Football Cowboys. Been that way since 1960. In case anyone wants to know. I don't have a problem with the Cowboys and what they're doing. They're 4-1. What I've said, and what people misconstrue all the time, is just because you're winning does not mean there's not room for critiquing your football team.
I just want to say this. I 100% agree with you on that. Because something Walt never understood this every time we've had these games. Because I remember one year we were on a 3-game win streak, and I was like, "Hey, well, there were some things I've noticed that it's not looking good." And he was like, "Nope, dub. And then guess what? We got blown out by the New Orleans Saints that week.
And it's that type of stuff right there is why your team turns around and gets the brakes beat off of them. Because people like you want to push this narrative that, oh, we won. There's nothing to worry about. No, that's inaccurate. That's inaccurate. Here's the thing. Talking about Dak Prescott here, and he played a very good game. I'm not taking anything away from him. What I'm saying is there's room. Some of the mistakes that he made, the fumble, I get it. I think him and Biotish have something going on there. They need to figure that out.
Yeah.
But when you start playing the better teams, Walt, that's not a good football team that you're looking at the highlights on. That's not a good football team.
It's not.
Neither were the Eagles, which were some of his best games. Can we all agree on that?
Well, he also had a really good game against the Panthers. He has a really good, and he had an extremely good game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
And he had a pretty damn good, efficient game against the Chargers, in my opinion.
Yeah, he hasn't had a bad game.
So I'm just saying. So okay, here's my thing with you, is that you pick and choose your criticism. Like, for instance, your biggest concern is that Dak Prescott, you say, and you've done this a lot on Twitter, you try to what is accurate, and you don't think he's an accurate quarterback. You say his accuracy's off, and it's not just you. You have some following that believe that too. I've seen them.
They're people they just enjoy. Yeah. They just enjoy watching good football.
What's your friend? He comes on the post game.
Yeah, that's what he does. He goes against his buddies.
No. These guys stay at
Mike,
home.
and thank you, Mike, for joining us on our show, on the post game show. Right, here's the problem. Y'all don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's a good problem.
That's a really good point.
And I mean it respectfully.
No,
because you can't say that he's not accurate. Now, if you told me Dak Prescott 2016, Dak Prescott 2017, I would have to agree with you. He's not a very accurate quarterback.
Okay.
But in fact, he has changed that. By the way, you also
now,
and here's another thing. You brought this up at the beginning of the year. You remember, Walt? Do you remember when Billy was talking about big play? Where's the big play? Oh my God, Matt Stafford, my boyfriend, he's the greatest guy. Like, like you were all on Stafford's nuts about him and the big play. And Walt, you back me up here. Did he not do that?
Yes,
he was
yes.
all about it. Okay,
He even did it again. You know, he's not going over the top and everything.
oh yeah,
like that.
Dak doesn't go over the top. Well,
I didn't say he doesn't go over the top. They don't go over the top as much as what they need.
Sir,
That's what they need.
sir, I'm talking, sir.
No.
This is Professor Azad here.
Hey, listen.
My classroom.
Mr. Vice President, I am speaking.
All right, this is from PFF Fantasy Football. Their tweet 6 hours ago, or last night I tweeted this out. Dak Prescott, 7 passing touchdowns of 20-plus yards. Now, remember, 20-plus yards is considered big plays.
Right.
Big play down the field.
Yeah.
Most in the NFL. Most in the NFL.
So
my point being is that all your criticisms of Dak Prescott seem to be always going down, but they don't turn to pan out because you paint him as this guy who's dinking and dunking.
What the New
who
York
doesn't
Giants
get
say? What the New York Giants
You mean
say?
the team we just
the
beat?
team that we just annihilated.
But what did they say?
No, but,
it doesn't matter. But what did they say?
okay, they said that, but they were very wrong. And in fact, most analysts who know football on Twitter, all of them that week leading up to this Giants game, were making fun of the Giants for making fun of that point. Because the fact and the reality is that's not what's happening. He is not dinking and dunking. He hasn't actually. Now, another thing I got to get you on, Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen.
Carry on.
Okay, you seem to bring this point up a lot, and it just kind of baffles me. And then you try to bring out a video. I didn't watch your video, by the way.
I know.
I just ignored it.
Some
I saw
people
you.
don't like education.
I saw.
man.
No,
It's
no,
free.
I
It's
don't.
free.
No. You were just showing me pointless things. I read your things and I was like, we'll wait till the show. That's why you bring up this thing called yak. You love yak.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Yards after catch.
sometimes
we serve it in Dub City.
I sometimes feel that Billy just found out what yak was because he bring it's like it's his new favorite word of the day, and he's like, oh, y'all heard about yak? Yeah. Oh my god, did you know about yak? And that's all you bring up. Yak is very important. There's no doubt about it. But you also you seem to not care about the quarterback, and you think that the quarterback like Peyton Manning. You always bring up the greats like Brady and Manning and all that, and Drew Brees, and saying that they know what they're doing with their quarterbacks. Their quarterback. You should go see their receivers' yak numbers because it's the same all over the NFL.
Right.
You discredit the quarterback too much, and I think that's wrong. I think you seem to not. And I went in there. You also don't believe in completion percentage. You seem to like throw that out the window. It's not a perfect stat. It's not, because guess what? There's so many things that go into completion percentage and people catching and all that.
Sure.
But you seem to ignore
That don't get you in Dub
that
City.
the top people who know this game, including former quarterbacks, do seem to think that certain quarterbacks like Dak Prescott are actually very accurate.
Okay.
And the fact of the matter is, you continue, even though in the face of mountain evidence that he is accurate, you seem to deny it.
Okay. So we talk about. Let's
Go ahead.
Let's
Now,
talk about
I'm done.
completion
The
percentage.
professor is going to let you talk.
Let's talk about completion percentage, all right?
Thank you, EA.
So completion percentage goes based on the receivers catching the ball. Okay. How many? Just answer me this question, Walt. Yeah, you guys both watch the game.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but we do a post game show at the end.
Yeah, we do. It seems like we miss a lot of stuff there sometimes.
Oh, do we leave a lot of drink in the cup?
There's a lot of meat left on that bone.
Kind of bone.
Are you guys
Liver chicken.
are you guys familiar with the term smoke screens?
Yeah.
How many times do the Cowboys throw that out to CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and those guys during the course of a game? We can say at least
Much,
4 or 5
about
times.
4 or 5 times.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. In the Giants game, I didn't see one.
I didn't see. They had one or they had about one or two.
They had a couple of them.
I didn't see
That had
I
one or
don't
two.
remember.
Okay, so I get
Smoke
your
screen.
point. So you're trying to say a smoke screen because the receiver does all the work,
Well,
or
no,
screens?
no, I'm just saying those are completions.
Screens in general, but they are completions.
Yeah, so
No
if you
doubt
throw
about it.
3 or 4 of those, in the game,
Can I tell you
that's
something? Can I
fine.
tell you something? No, because here's
He
the
let
thing.
you speak, Mr. Zach.
No,
Can you please
I-
let
But it's
him
my
speak?
classroom.
I know, but he
It is
let you
my
speak.
cla-
He let you
it's
speak.
my
Go
I
ahead.
do want to be respectful. I do want to be extremely respectful. So I'll make this very short and sweet. Smoke screen. We see the Cowboys Dak rolling out. Quick 5-yard pass to Dalton Schultz. Those guys catching it, running, getting yards after the catch. Yak. Okay. So the point is, I'm not saying Dak Prescott is not an accurate passer. What I'm telling you is the numbers that we like to love and praise and throw around can sometimes be skewed because of what's going on.
Numbers don't tell the whole truth. Is what
We
you're
just
saying.
talked about it last night with Lamar Jackson. I know we'll get to him later, but we talked about it. You were saying, oh, he threw for all these great numbers and all that stuff. And he had a couple passes over the top. I have to give him credit. A lot of the passes were to what's their tight end's name? Andrews.
And
Short
number
passes,
5.
man.
Okay.
Short passes. And so when you do that, it builds your completion percentage because you're throwing little 5-yard passes, 6-yard passes.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
So can I ask you a question?
Those numbers can be skewed.
Can I tell you something? Then go please do me a real. I want you to do this research project.
Sure.
Do we both agree that Peyton Manning is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL? Drew Brees.
Absolutely.
But please go look at it, because if you didn't. Again, that's why I think that you don't know the whole football thing, is because these great quarterbacks, including Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, they do a lot of the same things that Dak does. They do a lot of screen passes. They also, Peyton Manning more than anybody loved to use his tight ends.
Yeah,
back in the day, Dallas Clark, all that. My goodness, did he run most of his offense through there? Yeah. If you were to go back and analyze their completion percentage of who they threw to and all their kind of plays, you would call them dink and dunk. By the way you call what Dak is, you would say that, and that maybe they're not as accurate either. My point being is that that's what it is. That's why you don't probably understand what truly is an accurate quarterback or not. Now I'll give you who's not an accurate quarterback, right? Go look at that Mike Glennon, backup quarterback for the Giants. It's a terrible quarterback. He's a veteran backup quarterback. He couldn't make most of his passes. Why? Because he can't get it to his receivers. He can't make the simple plays. Those are what you can tell what a good quarterback is to a great quarterback to a bad quarterback, is how they deliver the ball. Lamar Jackson, I think Dak Prescott is an immensely better quarterback. Sure. I still think Dak, and you might disagree, but I do think Dak Prescott is about a top 5 quarterback in the league right now.
Dak Prescott is
especially in this season.
Yeah,
but you look at it, Lamar Jackson to me has improved. People like to give him credit, like Bolt over here. They like to say, "Oh, he hasn't worked on his game or anything like that." But actually, you see it in his game that he has actually gotten better. His throws are better. His throws are better. He was making immaculate strikes towards his tight end
before you go there real quick. I guess people still feel bothered by the fact that I said that when he came into the game one, he looked like Lamar Jackson last year. Now, I didn't say like he's sorry or he sucks or he's not making progression. I'm saying like when he came into game one, he looked like he hadn't worked on his game. Now he's in the season, of course, it's gonna look like he worked on his game because he is practicing every day. But you can tell a difference from game one to now. It's gotten better. But don't sit here and act like people act like I said he sucks or he's never going to be a good quarterback. All I said was he looks the same as he did when he left the season last year.
Well, I think he's immensely improved. And I think he's always getting better, and I think he's a huge threat on the field. My thing with Billy is that I'm just not going to stand for the Dak slander anymore because, listen, when I see it, I'm just saying, I just don't like it. When it's reasonable. Like, for instance, I criticized Dak in the first quarter. I think Dak had a terrible first quarter and against the Giants. His head wasn't on straight. The fumbles, the interception, he just wasn't there. Now, that interception partly wasn't his fault because the linebacker did, but you shouldn't even throw it to Zeke in that situation. You should have just found you knew the linebacker was there. He could have reached up. A smarter quarterback would be like, in that situation, let's not have that happen. Now, that would have been probably just an incomplete pass, but he made a great play on the ball. I still think, though, as the game went on, Dak Prescott got better and better, and that's the point what I'm trying to make is, and this Giants game proves that not only Dak Prescott, but everybody on this offense seems to be on rhythm. Everybody but Tyler Biotish. Everybody but Tyler Biotish has done phenomenally well. I think we need to give the Cowboys credit.
Can I just say this real quick before you go, Billy? Your assessment, Dak Prescott, if that's what you feel fair. But like I told you in text, I just need him accurate enough to get me dubs. And that's what he is right now. He's accurate enough to get the ball downfield.
Against bad football teams.
Well, I mean,
what happens when you play a good defensive football team?
Okay, go tell you.
He's beating who they put in front of him. He didn't make the schedule. He didn't decide.
Understood. But he's going to run into if you're as good as what you are, you're going to run into the better teams because you're going to get into the playoffs.
But my question to you is,
why not worry about why not critique it and get it right now?
But wait, hold on, time out. But wait,
what are we waiting on?
Then again, that's my point. Is you said there's something to critique when he's playing well.
He's actually playing good.
He's playing well.
But he's not throwing the passes that you want.
But Billy, hold on. I have been trying to tell you this. This makes no sense.
We're gonna see.
You can't. But you okay. How can you tell let's say you're a good quarterback, you're going to play whether the defense is good or bad, you're going to play well, right? So it's not his fault that they're playing. So you can't say he's not playing well. You can't say that there's something fake there that you haven't seen. Billy, this is a problem. No. This is how you would say it. This is how you would say it. Instead of saying that's a bad team, Dak Prescott is doing really bad. He's not actually playing well. He's not. He's just doing it against a bad defense. Instead, you would say Dak is playing extremely well. Now, I would like to see how he would against a very good defense. But for now, he's playing well. I can't critique him on anything right now because he hasn't done anything wrong. But let's wait till a bad defense because you haven't seen him against good defenses. Now, we did see him against one really good defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Actually, the Panthers were a good defense,
and they were too.
And
so two good defenses that came in here that they were pretty damn good, and yet Dak Prescott still doesn't get any credit for you. You still won't give him the credit, and then you keep bringing up the fact that. And by the way, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is the point when you're going to say, okay, Dak, you did good? Because what team is a good defense? You tell me. What are the Buffalo Bills got to go wait till the Super Bowl to fight the Buffalo Bills because they have one of the best defenses? I really want to know, Billy, when are you going to say it's okay? Because so far it's done going okay, but you say no, their defense isn't good. Oh no, that defense is good. Well, when is it? What is it? Sometimes a good quarterback, good quarterbacks, Tony Romo lit up bad defenses all the time, right? Yeah, you didn't critique Tony Romo then. You didn't say, I didn't hear you go, Romo, that was a bad defense. Sorry, Romo, I can't give you credit.
Don't worry.
No, we gave him credit. You give credit where it's due. And I want to see where the credit is.
Okay, so
hold on, but before you go real quick, 29 in the Tampa Bay game. Can you put that up?
Sure.
20 in the Chargers game. 41 in the Eagles game, 36 in the Panthers, and 44 in the Giants.
Great.
Those are great point numbers.
Those are
high scoring.
Yeah, those are high scoring games. How many extra possessions did he get?
I don't know.
Well, are we watching the games?
Yeah.
I mean,
what do you mean extra possessions?
So if your defense is turning the ball over, right? Don't you get extra possessions to score?
Oh, so now it's the defense.
No, because you won't give the credit. You won't give any credit.
I
to the
am.
Defense. No.
Great. We're not talking about the defense, Billy. No,
McCarthy,
Billy,
can I have
stop.
a timeout
No,
over here?
stop. No, we're
Hold
stop.
on, let him finish.
Let him
finish.
No.
Can I get a timeout over here, McCarthy?
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
Let him finish.
Listen.
Ridiculous, man.
No one. See, this is the problem that I have. No one is saying that Dak Prescott is terrible. You guys got to get that. I'm not saying that at all.
You are kind of.
What I'm telling you
give
is,
him credit for anything.
I give him credit for doing what he's supposed to. But you know what? It's funny. It's so funny. Just talk about less than 10 minutes ago, this guy sat right here and said, "Hey, you know what? We need to look at how did you say it, man? You were basically saying.
Apparently, I said it, so you should know.
I know, but and it slips my mind
Yeah,
right on time. But either way, the point is, you were saying that they were doing what they're supposed to do. So we're giving all this credit, and I respect Dak Prescott and what he's doing. But is he not supposed to be doing this, given what everything he has around him, right? That's why I put in that text yesterday. You have all pro linemen, right? You have not the number one, but you have one of the top rushing attacks.
Okay.
You have a defense that's turning the ball over. You have an offensive coordinator that's allowing you to do whatever.
And they're winning.
Okay, time out. I'm sorry.
So why
Billy,
are we
no, Billy, no, Billy.
So
you're going to your own.
So why is it that we're going ahead and we can give him credit for doing what he's doing, but you act like the first time someone says, "Hey, Dak, this is an area in your game that you can get better," because when we play in the playoffs, you're gonna have to throw guys open, right? You're not going
to throw the guys open in regular games too.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he does. He's been doing that. That's the problem,
Guys,
Billy.
do you understand what it means to throw a receiver open?
Billy, I'm telling you right now.
Do you understand what it means to throw a receiver
okay, I'll let you go off as much as you can.
Carry on.
Billy, there are people much smarter than you and I who know football, okay? Much smarter than you and I. Yeah. And they've all said it. They know he's doing it right. We had plenty of people. We've had great quarterbacks. We had... We call him Patrick Creighton. Patrick Creighton actually played the game. He knows. He's out.
Can you please read Adrian's post right there?
What does Adrian have?
I'm just saying. I mean, he's just observing what we're talking about.
He says you can criticize some of his coverage recognition.
Okay, that's it. That's a small thing. But my point is,
small thing. That's the only thing.
No, but he actually reads defenses way better than he had did in 4 or 5 years. There's a reason why the numbers are good.
Are you hearing what he's saying?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah,
I heard what he said. But
he said he's reading defenses way better than what he did back. That's what
in 2016.
you're supposed to do.
No. Oh my God! So he's improved.
Yes, we give him credit for that, but you're acting like
you're acting like we're getting L's.
Yeah, that's my point, Billy. You're acting. We will come out here and be like, oh well, hey, You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really, because it's really confusing here that you sit here on Dak Prescott and continuously just sit there and say, well, now it's because it was supposed to. Billy, I've seen you back in the Tony Romo days. I guarantee you probably said, man, Romo did. Oh my God, you see what Romo did? Well, again, Romo was supposed to do that apparently, but no, you still gave him credit. You give credit to other quarterbacks who are supposed to do the same thing, including the great ones. So
Matt Stafford too.
Yeah, Matt Stafford.
Talent,
Time out. Matt Stafford finally has the same criticism you just put on Dak. You say, oh, because Matt Stafford has weapons now that he didn't have in Detroit.
Yeah, he has a little bit better weapons than
right. And guess what? So
lesser than what Dak has in Dallas, right?
No, they have a pretty damn good wide receiving core. They have a pretty damn good wide receiver core.
They really do.
Yeah, they do. So don't worry. And they got a pretty damn good offensive mind there in Sean McVay.
Yeah, offensive mind.
Yeah,
sure.
so my point being is, shouldn't Matt Stafford? Why are you giving him credit? He should be doing that, right?
Because you guys told me Matt Stafford was trash.
No, but he should. I'm going by what you say. We're going by what your argument is.
Right, because I'm standing up for Matt Stafford saying you guys told me that he was trash because he was in Detroit and all he had in
Time out. Let's go by your definition.
Go ahead.
Why is it not the same with Dak Prescott? If Dak Prescott, we shouldn't give him any credit because he has all these weapons. Well, Matt Stafford now has all these weapons. So what's the same? Why is Matt Stafford different than Dak Prescott right now?
First off, we never said that Dak Prescott should not get credit. That has never ever been uttered.
I mean,
we should
go into the phones.
You should go back and review it. And come back.
What plays are you looking at from this Giants game that you were like, he left meat on the bar, he left some drink in the cup?
It's not so much that he left plays. I mean, the first quarter, I mean, and we saw it. He said he was unfocused, whatever. The Giants aren't a good football team. We won the game. And I understand what you're saying.
We won the last 4 games.
That's fine. But Walt, just because you win a game does not mean that there is not room for improvement. Not just improvement. There's not room for critiquing. I guarantee you, in that quarterback room, they won the last 4. They're going over, hey, Dak, these are things that are going to happen because I'm telling you, when you go and play against a team like the Packers, which you can very well run into in the playoffs, right?
Okay.
Are you going to have those plays that we're leaving out there? What do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to do on the other side? I asked a question on Facebook the other day. I asked it. Or today, actually. I said, hey, guys, tell me, as a quarterback, excuse me, I'm sorry. As you're watching these games, as a quarterback, what routes do you have to run that require, pretty good accuracy? Guys call, comeback routes, throwing to the other hash. What we like to call something Tony Romo was excellent at, the back shoulder fade. When do you see that in our offense? And tell me why you don't see it.
I'll take that one.
Yeah, please do.
As I've already told you
I'm
before,
already done.
I just want to
I'm done.
As I've already told you, the receivers we have
don't have that capability.
No, it's not they don't have the capability. They know how to. I think something's about to hit this room in just a second here. That's about to just take us out of here. I heard the door close. But the thing is that the receivers that we have, they are playmakers. Okay, so they are able to catch the type of passes that he throws, is my point. They are built to catch those kind of balls. They're not back shoulder throw type of receivers. That's not what the offense is. That's not the way the offense is. They don't play it that way. Their offense is, yes, he's probably gonna throw the ball behind you, or he's probably gonna put it in front of you, or he's gonna put it a certain way.
So what you're saying is that the receivers are making him look better than what he is? Is that what you're saying?
I would disagree. No, because I don't disagree with exactly what Walt's saying. That's not exactly the reason why. First of all, you have different receivers.
Right.
That there are different type of receivers.
Right, of course.
You do realize that Tony Romo, the back shoulder fade, he only really did that with Des Bryant.
Yeah,
I know that he did it differently with, remember Miles Austin? Miles Austin wasn't a back shoulder fade type of guy. Miles Austin is very similar to like Amari Cooper, a route running speedster.
Mr.
And
Zai,
he threw it different.
I hate to interrupt you right now. I really hate to interrupt you guys right now, but I told you it was about to happen. I felt it. You can feel the electricity through the wall. You can feel it. You can feel the electricity when it's about to happen.
Some of those comments going.
Yes.
Some of those comments.
I'm actually going to take a break.
Actually, I think they're on your screen. They're not on my screen.
I'm going to let this person who just came into the studio, I'm going to let him go about it because I don't like arguing with,
weirdos.
Football disadvantaged people.
Well,
we're going to see you. We're going to see you.
While he's getting himself together here,
apparently there's
joining us in the studio right now is at Tobosh10 on Twitter. Get over there and follow that account because they talk God, sports, and porn. And okay, he's got his mic stand now. He's got his mic stand. He puts it in there. Not just the mic stand, cat. He was out there at AT&T Stadium. He's gonna give us a close up of what happened there. How you doing today, man? Like that shirt you got on there.
Thank you. How we doing, guys?
Well, it's
not
good.
good.
There's a lot of Drake left in the cup here tonight. A lot of meat left on the bone here. Hopefully, you can bring some level to the room here. You know, I'm just having a conversation with our hype beast here, who you two were in a little bit of a debate last night about his criticism toward, as he likes to call him, QB1. Is that what you like to call him?
That's what he is. He's
QB1 about room for improvement and things like that, and he feels like he leaves meat on the bone and things like that. Is that am I fair to say that?
Apparently, he doesn't.
Let's keep it in context.
I'll hold on. I'll limit. I'll give you. So this is what he says. Dak can't throw open wide receivers. That apparently, once we get, he doesn't because we haven't played any good defenses.
I didn't say anything like that.
We don't play any good defenses so far. That once we play good defenses, apparently, what I'm referring that he's going to get exposed. I guess. Second of all, that even though we are critiquing him to some point, we're not critiquing him enough. We're giving him a pass. Apparently,
Well, I'll let you know right. I'll go ahead and take myself. I'm giving him a pass because he got me a dub. Whenever you give me a dub, I let everything go.
And then I don't know. He's just going off about Dak Prescott.
Tim Tebow couldn't throw.
Even though I gave him that stat.
And you should be ashamed.
Remember that stat? He loves to.
Right
Billy, we're talking, sir.
No. Because something very critical just happened right here, and it needs to be.
Hold on, Mr. Zod, can I make it? I just want to make a point real quick.
Listen to this foolishness.
Tim Tebow could not throw the ball for a whole 3 quarters, but in the 4th quarter, he found a way. He found a way to get the dub.
You're a fearless leader, right?
Yeah. He found a way to get me a dub. All I need is dubs. I don't care how you get them.
They lost in that next round of the playoffs.
Hey, but did he get him there? Did he get him there? Did he get a dub and get in the playoffs? And did he advance to the next round?
Anyway, my point is, this is I'm the professor, my guest lecturer today, Mr. Hatcher here.
But you don't own the studio though.
The guest lecturer here. I'm the professor. The guest lecturer here, Mr. Hatcher. Please, just take him down. Take him down,
please.
So real quick, refresh your take about the quarterback.
All I said was,
he sucks. That's what he said.
No, wrong. I have never once opened my mouth and said Dak Prescott is inadequate quarterback. What I've said is, Dak Prescott, there is room to critique his play in certain areas. These guys, him and him,
just pointing me.
Well, yeah,
Just
mainly
me.
him.
Yeah.
And then the backup to him is him. But
This guy right here.
basically, anytime you critique Dak Prescott, oh no, how could you say that? Because he's completing all these passes.
Yep.
They won the game.
Yep. Most important part.
I think you can agree. As we go along during the season, we're going to play better competition, especially when we get toward the playoffs, right? We're going to start playing the best teams. When you get there, some of the things that Dak Prescott does, like I told you, I've been consistent about the same thing. Holding on to the football. Taking unnecessary hits. Trying to extend plays. I saw Dak Prescott in this game against the Giants almost do the damn splits. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
What play was that?
Somebody was grabbing
the
on
dude
him.
just trying to go.
And I was like, man, get
gator
rid of the
roll
ball.
on him.
Yeah, and I was like, man, please, because that's a bad situation. God, if this guy goes down like this, it'd be a terrible way. But I just say the things that he needs to improve on. Why can't we talk about that? We can't just sit here and say, because they no.
You talk about he's inaccurate. He's inaccurate.
No.
He doesn't throw wide receivers open.
Hey, did you watch the whole game?
I did.
You did. Did you watch the whole game?
Yeah, that's
you
how
watched the whole game, I'm sure. So at the end of the game,
He was there.
At the end of the game, we were trying to put the game away, although it was already put away at that point. You guys saw where Dak, it was a simple toss and catch to Amari on the last, I think it was the last offense possession we had. And it could have just been a touchdown. He threw it like 2 yards behind on a wide open slant. Now, granted, the game was already in hand. I get it. But when you go and you play against better elite teams, you can't miss on those opportunities. So what I'm saying is, though that did not affect the game or cause us to lose, it's something worth talking about. Oh, you guys act like, not you so much. Hold on. You guys act like.
Point at me. It's me.
Well, it's both of you.
No, it's me.
But you guys act like, oh, well, if you say anything about Dak Prescott, it's wrong.
Especially after a dub. What are you doing?
So if he goes 20 or 40 for 50 and
my...
throws 50% against a bum ass team, and we win the game,
you say
That's
none
my
of that
problem.
matters.
No.
He's already been going on.
No, I'm just saying if he goes and throws, he goes 20 or 40, completes 50% of his passes, touchdown, 2 interceptions, but we win the game. There's nothing to talk about.
That's for me.
That's the exact reason why we won't go
Okay.
nowhere. That's the exact fucking reason we won't go nowhere.
Again, that's him.
Carry on.
I just said it's for me.
I said you can criticize Dak Prescott all you want. I want you to criticize him for the right reasons and not making up things that aren't there.
I am crazy. I just told you, holding on to the ball, taking unnecessary
No, but
lifts.
that's not what you're talking about. Again, I'm with you on
That's not
most
what
of
your
those.
text was about. Your
Yeah,
text was
you were
about-
talking. We were
You were
talking
talking
about
about hitting
only
open receivers.
Yeah, and that's what you talk about. And then there's another criticism that you keep bringing up. And I can't wait for Tovash to go on this one. It's because you keep bringing up an excuse like now when he does good, well, it's because he has the same old excuse they did with Tony Romo. They said, oh well, hey, well now he has an offensive line now. He has really good receivers. You know, he's supposed to do these things. So when he does good things, you won't give him credit saying he did it because he's supposed to do it. But when he does bad, oh my God, how dare you did that?
Did I not just against the Panthers? I
Anyway.
said Dak Prescott, that's about the best game I've
Well,
seen
you
him play.
did one
Did
game-
I or did I not?
One
It's a
game you
simple
did.
question.
And
One day,
I mean-
hold on. One game you did text us. Dak Prescott is trash.
Because
And
of what he
matter
was doing in that
actually,
moment.
No, in the Panthers game.
Yeah, it was the Panthers game.
And in that same game.
In that moment, he
So,
had done
again,
something very,
and
very
so,
stupid.
so let's get to Tovash Hatcher now,
Carry on.
esteemed Cowboy fan, been there since the day ones. You know your football, apparently.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. You probably more than Billy. But anyway, what?
Let's just
go
say, let's just say he has some ties to the team.
He does. He does.
Ties.
Carry
Well,
on.
okay, so my take is a question. How do you view Troy Aikman?
How do I view Troy Aikman as a player?
You just said you're here for Troy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
legend
The legend
of
Troy.
Make sure
Yeah,
we
he's here for
read
the
that.
legend of Troy.
Troy Aikman, accurate passer. We knew that coming out of college. Okay. Now, granted, he had a lot of help around him. Had a great offensive line. Had the great Emmitt Smith. Had some great guy named Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, Kevin Williams, etc. Are you familiar with some of these guys? Okay, just want to make sure.
Moose. He didn't have Moose. He had
Yeah, he had Moose Johnson.
Yeah,
out
Moose
there for him.
too.
but he ended up getting what's name? Novacek.
Yeah, no.
That's what I was going- that's what I was really trying to say.
Eric Bjornsson, that guy. I remember that. But yeah, Troy Aikman. I thought Troy Aikman did what Jimmy asked him to do. He could have done more for sure, but Jimmy was like, "We're going to turn around and hand the ball off to Emmett and offensive line, bang eight to Michael Irvin from time to time, deep to Alvin Harper."
Dak is today's Troy Aikman.
Okay.
You bring up accuracy, and you brought up that one play, and I did see that there was a one bad throw from Dak. But have you seen the other throws that he does? And I chart these throws just for your arguments because he makes multiple pinpoint window type throws in said games. So let's see. He drops.
Give me a
down.
couple examples in this game here that we just watched.
Okay, so he puts the one over the fake, where Zeke is out there just dancing and moonwalking on people.
That's the one.
That's a pinpoint throw if you think about it, because if he throws, because in the early part of that game,
Had the exact same
his
throw.
balls were getting knocked down, right, and so putting the ball over the defender's head,
Right.
especially with the defender not knowing where he's going to go, gives Dak the advantage there. So that's basically. Even though it was wide open and he's moonwalking or whatever, it's still a good throw to throw a lot of
CeeDee Lamb touchdown.
The CeeDee Lamb touchdown. Listen, okay, you talking about throws, bro? That's one of the best throws I've ever seen Dak deliver, because CeeDee Lamb had to get by two defenders just to score a touchdown. So
I
that throw
think
to
the
CeeDee.
Amari Cooper one was probably the best one to me.
And see, this is the play right here.
Oh,
We're
here it is,
watching
right here.
there.
There it is, right there. Look at that, right there, Billy.
That's
Look
perfect.
at over top.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's throwing him open, by the way.
That was throwing open. He didn't miss.
He threw over two defenders, and
And look at that. He got some yak after that,
and
too.
he's not breaking
yeah,
stride.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, those are throws that Dak makes that people really don't give him credit for.
No, I give him credit because I called that. I actually said in the post game, if you go back and watch it, I said I thought he had
It's a really
one
good
better
show.
throw. The one he threw to Cedric Wilson down the sideline that he caught over his left shoulder. It was earlier in the game.
And what about,
I said
that,
that
what
was a
about
great
this throw right here that he found Omari in the end zone?
Yeah, that was probably the best one to me.
That probably
pretty good
was
throw.
that was probably the best throw of the game because
He put it between two defenders.
It perfectly placed it, and on top
There's the one
the
Tovash was talking about right
there's
there.
the moonwalk right there, and look, I mean, and Tovash, you
Actually,
pointed
sir,
out
that's a
like
Deion Sanders high step.
again, you know what your problem is, Billy? I think you're one of those guys, and I've seen this before. You like to just you're so on tune on the negative aspects of it that you point out so much on the negative, you really don't ignore any kind of the positive, and that's why it's kind of maddening for a lot of Cowboys fans to hear you say these things because
Because they don't want to hear anything negative about Dak Prescott. Period. That's their problem.
Not true.
I don't think so.
Billy, we're the most negative fan base on earth. We're ready. We're ready
They're
for
called
it.
Cowboys Nation.
What my point being is that you're the guy that everybody's having a good time at the party,
Right?
And because we are having a good time, and you're really worried because they left a drink, they didn't have a coaster on the table,
Yeah.
and you were just freaking out because of that, and everybody else is drunk having a good time, and Billy, you're just freaking out over these things. Listen. And another thing is that you're not. Another thing that really grinds my gears is that you don't really, you don't really respect your opponents that we play. Like, okay, I get it. Hold on, wait.
That's a division team.
Hold on. The Giants and the Eagles are
Common opponent.
No, they're terrible. They're terrible teams. I agree.
That's
The
not
Giants game, we played their fifth string because everybody went out.
Not our problem.
No problem. But my point
your
is,
foot on their necks
the
and
other
rip
three,
it off.
but the other games that we've won, the other two games, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which we went toe to toe with the defending Super Bowl champion, was one of the best run defense is in the league, and we split them up like no other. Second of all, you go against the Chargers team in LA, you go into their place, you sit there and say, on the road, we're going to go against Justin Herbert.
That wasn't really a road game.
It's done, kid.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I give you that.
Physically. But my point being is they went in and they beat a Chargers team
Right.
in a very tough way because that's a tough defense against the Chargers have. I don't know why anybody else would think differently. They have a very stout defense.
They have a good team. Period.
They have a good team, period. And you still won't give them credit for it. You keep bringing up, and then the Carolina game. The Carolina
You
game,
throwing
going into
touchdowns
that game, and you still, they're still a good defense overall. You still think that. They're a very damn good defense, especially going in that game. We were ranked number one. No matter, they still had playmakers, and you admitted that.
Right.
They had that in our post-game show. Yet again, you in that middle of that game, you went from Dak Prescott as one of the worst things ever to he's the best.
Please tell me where I said that.
You said he
Please.
was trash.
You said he was trash.
I said that he's playing like trash
No,
right
No,
now.
that was not what you said.
Yeah, we
That's
have
not what
the-
you said.
yeah, the technical-
You said Dak is trash.
So if you're watching basketball, we're watching for any sport.
I get it.
Luka,
You're just emotional.
no.
Well,
Well,
you
Luka
do- you do
starts
this-
off
you do
0
this with Luka,
7.
though.
If Luka starts off 0 7, are we? Or am I saying Luka Doncic is the worst thing to ever hit the basketball floor? No, he's playing like shit now.
Right?
You do have the ability to change over the course of a football game,
Yeah, but you
and
you
I
didn't
gave
say
him
that,
credit
though.
when he did it.
No, you don't.
You know what else? You know
You
what
guys
else?
are Teflon to Dak. If Dak is your guy, man, and everything,
I've already admitted he's my guy.
He
Yeah,
had to earn that spot too, by the way, because when
give him
Romo was
credit
here,
for that.
when Romo was here, people were like, we still need to get Romo back into the game. I still personally think that Romo should have been in the playoffs, but Dak had to grow and learn
I
and take his
understood why
lumps
he
too.
wasn't.
Now you brought up another point about them going down the season with, having to face tougher opponents.
Right.
Newsflash,
They're not really
you
no
probably won't see anymore. You're not playing those kind of games.
No, I'm talking about when you get to the playoffs, because you're
Okay, well,
when
I'll
you get
give
to
you
the playoffs,
playoffs,
when
yeah.
it matters. That's what I'm talking about.
We'll see
Not
how
so
those
much now.
we'll see how those defenses unfold. But like Washington is disappointing right now.
Yeah, very.
They got to go
That's
to
still a team. That's the one team in the division though
Right.
that always somehow they can be the worst team and beat the Cowboys.
Can I ask you a question, Billy, and honestly? Okay,
sure.
so this is what I don't get. So you say, okay, well, they're playing really bad teams or defenses so Dak's playing well, he should be in that blah, blah, blah. I get that. But you keep saying, though, they need to get better. So when it's not his fault, they're not playing anybody good, right? So
Right,
until
no.
that point, you
Exactly.
just seems to be like making up, well, you're expecting, it sounds like you're expecting him to do bad against good defense.
This is the last point. We got to move on.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
All I'm saying about this whole thing, I don't think Dak Prescott is a bad quarterback.
Kansas
I
City
think
does not have a good defense, Adrian.
Yeah, and
Yeah, they don't.
I think Dak Prescott is not a bad quarterback. He's a top 5 quarterback. I've said that. What I said is, let's not be so quick to sit there and act like he is above critique. That's the only thing I have ever said on this damn show. Stop acting like this guy is above fucking critique.
Okay.
He can be
Yeah,
critiqued,
we agree with
just
that.
like y'all last wanted Zeke out of here, just like y'all stupid ass was talking about.
That wasn't me.
No, I know it wasn't.
Look, that's
Just like a lot of
okay.
y'all dumbasses were telling me, oh, Amari Cooper, he ain't shit. He ain't this, that, and the other. These guys can be critiqued.
Well, I don't go that far. I didn't go that far.
Dak Prescott can be critiqued just like everyone else. And I'm sure his coaches do that. Why do we have such a problem Just because they win a game,
we're
not mean he's a
gonna
bum.
end
Kansas
it.
City's not a good team, Adrian.
We're gonna sit here and end it right now, Billy.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna say this: we're not above criticizing him. We're just not
I
for.
am when he gets
We're not
love.
for phantom criticizing him for every little thing that might is not there.
I give Dak Prescott credit for what he does. What did I tell you the other night? We were in the car on the way to OG's house. I said, bro, if they go out and they ball,
They
and they dominate the what's the name?
They dominate. They balled and dominated.
I mean, the offense came along towards in the second half of the game, but the defense is what really kept them in it, right? You could have put your team behind 14 points to begin the game, or maybe not because they weren't going to go down and score, but you took 2 scoring opportunities off the board. With
Anyway,
we scored.
Well, what we got next?
But what
Billy-
I'm saying is, in the beginning of the game, you started off slow. In the second half, your offense cranked it up and everything, but your defense is what kept you up.
Just promise me one thing, Billy. When
What's the score
we're all celebrating, if we ever celebrate a Super Bowl championship, can you
You're not
do that?
allowed to the
Yeah,
parade.
can you just not
You're
like
not coming
can
to
you
the
not
parade,
like
bro.
talk?
I'll have my own damn parade.
No.
I don't-
Can you not?
You're not-
You can't talk when they win. Anyway, we gotta go.
They're talking about Trevon Diggs.